Tinanong ko. And sabi niya, no, hindi nagdadala ng pera. Ba't siya magdadala ng pera? Legal naman yung kanya importation as he had told me. Ngayon, kung ewan ko, paano nangyari nagdala ng pera, I haven't asked him about that even. Because noon pa lang, sinabi ko na sa kanya, kung meron kayong kalokohan, ako mismo ang unang kakastigo sa inyo. No?
Sir, may sinabi pa siya na yung capital doon ng company, 20,000 lang, and yan
Well, I don't know about that. I will have to check. I will have to verify. Kasi kung ganun ang capital, hindi ko alam. I'll have to check. But ang bottom line dito is, nag-smuggle ba siya? Nag-cheat ba siya sa tax? Well, kung ginagawa niya yon, sabi ko nga, ako mismo mag-i-initiate ng filing ng charges against him. I will not even wait for Faeldon to do that. No? And ang tanong ko nga, di dapat, pinailan niya noon kung nakita niya palang gano'n. Ang initial explanation nga, and without soliciting information from those who are in the know, because ano naman malay ko sa mga freight, ano? Ito, nag-text nga sa akin kanina, yung a friend from Cebu, who is shipping nickel to China, sabi niya, nirelay niya actually sa isang common friend. Please tell Senator Ping na yung kiniklaim ni Faeldon na $16 per ton, masyado mataas yun. Because kami, sabi niya, nag-export kami ng nickel sa China, $8 to $9 per ton. And Vietnam, because of the, parang nag-collapse na yung freight cost in Asia.
So mali
Kaya,
yung datos ni Faeldon?
Mali yung datos niya.
Yung sinasabing undervalue, it means hindi
Walang undervalue. Paano mag-undervalue? Ang kinu-question niya yung freight. Well, freight, dahil meron niyang, of course, may impact yan sa VAT, di ba? Kasi freight eh. But yung VAT is, ang collecting agency niyan is BIR. Or ang repository ng VAT is BIR, the remittance ng customs. Walang customs and tariff duties. The only parang assistance na narender ko sa anak ko dito sa kanyang, nung nagsisimula siya sa may mga kasama siya dyan eh. Yung mag-Xerox, kasi wala siyang Xerox copy sa bahay niya. Nag-Xerox lang ako ng PS Mark. Kasi noon yung na-approve ng DTI, yung Philippine Standard, yung sa quality standard ng mga i-import na mga goods. Yun lang, wala akong iba na itulong sa kanya kundi mag-operate ng Xerox machine sa bahay kasi wala siyang Xerox copier. Sabi niya, Daddy, na-approve na itong PS Mark namin sa DTI, kailangan ko lang reproduce. Yun lang ang tulong ko nagawa. At doon ko nga nalaman na yan, may mga kasama siya na mag-i-import niya ng cement. Yun, doon ko na siya binilinan.
So, sabi ni Faeldon kanina,
I'm not involved in whatever manner.
Ay, sir. So, ang tanong niya kanina, dami niyo raw ba yung anak niyo?
Hindi ko dami. Kasi hindi ko alam wala akong pakialam, nothing to do with this business. At saka kung malaki kinikita noon, alam mo, nagpagawa ng bahay. Mahigit 2 taon, hindi pa tapos. Halos isang tuka nga yung pag kumikita ng konti, nagdadagdag siya ng papagawa ng bahay niya.
So sa tingin niyo, diversion na rito, panglilihi sa tulad?
Well, I really don't care, but I would like to address the issue head-on. Ano? Kung talagang guilty or may kinalaman sa pag-i-smuggle ng anak ko, ako na mismo, hindi niya na kailangan mag-file pa ng kaso. Dahil yan ang kabilin-bilinan ko. Dahil papasok ka dyan, pagka ikaw ay nagkamali at hindi on the level yung business dealings mo, ako na mismo ang kakastigo sa iyo. I'll can you and I'll even initiate the filing of charges against you.
Sir, you think questionable?
Well, itong ang logic eh. Kung meron akong alam o meron halimbawang ginagawa na gano'n ng anak ko, bakit ito mag-expose? Hindi ba? Magsasawalang kibo ako, patatawag ko si Faeldon, patatawag ko yung mga customs, pakikisamahan ko. Ngingitian ko sila, makikipr ako sa kanila, gano'n ang dapat gawin. Hindi ba yung logical thing to do?
Sir, sinasabi kanina, inunahan niyo daw yung expose kasi ilalabas din daw nila.
Oh, come on. Tell that to the Marines. No? Kasi kung sabi niya matagal na, but noon dapat pinailan niya. And he could have called my attention noon, sir, yung anak mo may problema. But he never did. During the budget deliberations last year, at nakita kami sa committee hearing, tumayo siya, sabi niya, sir, magkukul lang ako sa iyo to seek your advice kasi mabigat itong napasukan kong assignment. Well, sabi ko, my office is open anytime. You can just proceed and go there. He never did. And then, sa plenary debates, nakita uli kami sa gallery, ganun din, tumayo siya, sir, mag-courtesy ko, go ahead, sabi ko, anytime. Ganun lang naman ang engagement namin, but I never called his office, I never interceded, kasi my son never sought my help naman din, kasi nga, nagbabayad naman sila ng legal na VAT. But ang issue rito is, sinasabi niya, undervalued yung freight. Di ba? Yun ang issue niya na dapat $16. Well, yun nga, may nag-text na common friend, isang common friend ng isang exporter ng nickel to China, sabi niya, tell Senator, I still have the text message, that $16 per ton, masyado mataas. Yung kanilang binabayaran, and sabi niya, I can even get records from his Hong Kong office, ano? I'm referring to this exporter of nickel, to show na talagang ganun lang ang freight. And kung may question tungkol sa freight, may contract naman, sabi ng anak ko kanina nga pala, sabi niya, that meron kaming contract doon sa freight, sa shipping. Pwede namang ipakita yon. And yun nga, na-validate na talagang kung $8 to $9 per ton yung shipment to China, mas mababa pa raw yung papunta ng Vietnam.
Sir, are you willing to have this covered in the next hearing in the customs smuggling? Ma-cover itong issue na ito? Are you
Yeah, I'm willing. I'm not hiding anything, and my son assured me that he's not hiding anything.
Is
In
he
fact,
willing to appear?
ba't naman siya mag-a-appear? Hindi naman siya.
Hindi, kung sakali ipatawag. Pag
Well, that's another issue. Kung gusto ipatawag ng kung anong committee, then I'll tell him. But I can only convince him. Because hindi naman akong keeper niya eh. May sarili ng buhay yun eh. No, it's his call.
Sir, paano po ulit yung...
I can only advise him, face this head on. Kasi na-involve yung pangalan ko, I'm facing this head on behalf of my own self. No? But regarding kung ano yung accusation sa kanya, bahala siyang sumagot. Because my name has been dragged. And that's the reason why ako na yung nag-volunteer. Sige, Joel, pakitawag mo na yung mga media sa Senate at para maharap ko ito. Hindi lang ako kasagot sa inyo kanina, in spite of your repeated text messages, because I was presiding a budget briefing ng DND.
But you will convince Pampit to appear just
If-
in case para
yeah.
i-clear yung name po
And,
niya.
yeah, bahala siya. I'll convince him. I'll tell him.
Sir, pa-clarify lang po, ano ulit, sir, yung nature ng business ng anak nyo?
Inamin niya na ano, inamin
Yun
niya
nga,
na
may business, may talagang ano siya sa cement. No? Wala namang bawal dun eh.
Sa brokerage or importer?
Hindi ko alam kung ano yung nature eh. Basta ang alam ko, meron siyang partners na nag-i-import sila ng cement. But he's not a broker. I don't think he's a broker. Eh.
So, naisumbong niya ba minsan na kung siya ay kinutungan sa customs?
Wala naman. Kasi hindi naman siya nakikipag-deal sa customs eh. Hindi siya directly. No?
Natanong niyo rin ba siya if he actually went to the office
Wala.
Faeldon, on his
I will ask him. I did not ask him yet. Na nakita silang personal, I will ask him.
So, may lang daw, tapos may dalang pera, sinabi, sa inyo na po ako magbabayad. Kausap
Okay.
yung customs official.
Mamaya na lang siguro.
I don't know. Hindi, wala na ikukwentong gano'n. Kung
Wala man daw cashier sa office ng commissioner.
alam nyo, kung merong gano'n, di dapat na ikwento niya sa akin. Di ba? Wala. Pero nevertheless, I'll ask him kung nakapagdala siya ng pera sa opisina ni Commissioner Faeldon. I'll ask him that.
Kakasuhan niyo si Commissioner Faeldon.
Ano no?
Kakasuhan niyo po.
Kakasuhan ng...
Libel or walang plano pang...
Wala. Alam mo yung libel.
What do you make out of his statements this week?
I really don't know kung ano yung kanyang motive. No? Hindi ko alam. And ang sinasagot ko lang dito, yun yung isyong binato sa akin. But yung sa kanya, ayoko nang makipagbalitaktakan sa kanya. Gusto ko lang i-address yung issue na dahil na-drag yung pangalan ko dito. That's it. But I don't want to get back at him na ikaw ganito, ikaw ganon. Nasabi ko na lahat yung pwede ko sabihin sa privilege speech based on the information that I gathered.
Sir, may sinabi pa si Faeldon na kung tatabla ho kayong Pangulo uli at gusto niyo magpapogi, wag naman daw at the expense ng sisirain daw ho yung...
Wag na lang yung lagyan ng political color, no? Ako, nung 2010 nga, nag-aalanganin pa nga ako kung babalik pa ako sa Senado or what, or babalik pa sa politika. That's farthest from my mind, no? Inisip ko nga, ito na yung last hura ko eh. How old I am right now, although I look young, I'm not really that young. So, time is not on my side. So, I'm not thinking of, of 2022.
Sir,
Nasa
knowing
yung
pang
kalaki na
PH,
natin
hindi
yung
siya...
pinagbigay at saka anong plans niya.
Hindi ko alam.
Alam niya yung ano niya.
Ang sinabi ko lang sa kanya, you better prepare all your documents, ano. At kanina, I think, na overheard pa ni Sally kanina, sabi ko, kung meron kang tinatago dyan, better be prepared. No, because ako na mismo, I will not wait for other people, much less Faeldon, to file charge against him. Uunahan ko pa siya, kung talaga merong kalokohan.
Natinig niyo ba before yung allegation ni Faeldon na Bongiorno was a top cement smuggler?
I don't even know the name of the company of my son. I don't even know kung ano yung trademark ng kanya o brand ng kanyang simento. I don't even know.
How about the partners?
May mga Chinese na, hindi naman partners, parang ito yung nagsusupply naman from, ganun lang, more or less, ang alam ko. Pero yung details ng kanyang business, hindi ko naman pinapakialaman kasi I have my own problems, I have my own issues to confront. And he's old enough to know what he is supposed to do. Right, ano?
Sir, kakilala daw mo ba nung anak ninyo si Small Abellera, yung nalilink niyo?
Hindi ko rin alam, pero napupunta siya ng Davao eh. Alam ko, may picture pa siya with Baste, may picture pa siya, I think, with Paolo, but that's all there is to it. Sabi ko, wag ka masyado magdidikit nga sa mga ganyan kasi mako-controversial ka.
But you don't...
Siguro, nag-selfie, namasyal doon. I'm not even sure kung matatandaan siya ng mga nina Paolo o kaya ni Baste. Kasi
Sir, doon sa conversation nyo ni Faeldon through text, humingi ba siya ng appointment sa inyo?
no, ako yung nagsabing, sabi ko, usap tayo whenever you're free. Ang sagot niya na lang this morning na bakit nyo sinira, something to that effect, which I did not reply anymore.
Pero bakit, sir, open kayo na kausapin siya? Anong supposedly pag-uusapan ninyo?
Well, gusto kong makuha yung more information. Malay mo, baka mamaya merong compunction, ano? And sabihin niya na actually nagamit lang ako, sir, ganito actually yung nangyayari dyan. Eh di I will be able to get more information. Di ba?
Sir, si Faeldon is demanding for a public apology.
What will I apologize for? Ano?
Sira daw yung pangalan,
Well,
pati yung grupo niya, demoralize.
I don't want to anymore patulan yung kanyang mga patutsada. Ang sinasabi ko lang, kaya ako nasa harapan ninyo ngayon, because my name has been dragged. Not even my son, because kung anak ko lang yung sinabi niya, bahala sila magsagutan. But sinabi niya, in-insinuate niya na may kinalaman ako. And I'm telling you, on my parents' graves, na yung tulong ko lang ginawa sa kanya, nag-xerox ako ng PS Mark nung na-approve ng DTI yung kanilang, yung sa quality standard.
Sir, with this allegation of Faeldon na wala namang basihan, magiging active pa rin ho kayo
Of course.
sa hearing about this
Yeah, of course.
BOC
Yeah,
controversy.
but I will avoid, this sidetracking ng mga issues,
Ang marching order ng presidente kahit piso, no tolerance to corruption tayo. Pasensya na kayo. Those are almost occurrences every day. Yun yung galit sila. Because they used to save millions of pesos every shipment. Now they have to pay their dues. See? And every day. So these are the things that we are confronted every day. That confronts us every day. Yung ganyan. Yung kalakaran nila na palakasan. No, hindi pwede. The officials that are with me today is they're really very serious about it. I cannot do this without them. See, they're the ones that really implementing this reform. They just asked me about, the president is, the number one issue with the president is corruption. Dapat, ano term niya, yata of corruption, dapat wala ka, or he will kick you out. That's really the issue here. So you really cannot sit here as a commissioner if you have reasons to be a corrupt person. You can't deal with the people here. Hindi ka tatagal, maghapon ka lang, he will succumb to corruption. Yeah. naman siguro. Maybe they see that I am not fit in this job. I give that to them. That is their claim. And I respect them. And I'm again telling you this, I know nothing about customs. I only know one thing, just to say no to you. If you try to corrupt this bureau. Yun lang alam ko. No, because this is not a job. When I was asked to do this, this is specifically a mission for me to fix. See, they can kick me out anytime, but this is a mission for me. I'm a soldier. I said yesterday I will not quit from a mission, but you can always kick me out anytime. See, that's not my. You know me. For those of you, once I am engaged in something, mamatay tayo. We will continue that fight until the end. You know that. Nakausap ko siya ng May 30 and I informed him that initially we have seen that there's a neglect of duty in your part, so I'm suspending you. So I also advise him, he's a lawyer, but I also advise him, find a good lawyer because we have a strong case against you. Now, it is a neglect of duty. The system is still working, but it is the inaction of that officer to put those data that will be detected by the parameters, that's why it went green. This is the question. Bakit nakalusot? Yeah, nakalusot siya. The shipment arrived in May 17, it was released in May 23, then 26 na huli natin. Bakit nakalusot? Dahil dumaan siya sa green lane. Not express lane, not super green lane. Green lane. Dumaan siya doon. Next, pag green lane ka kasi, normal process. Just pass, just pay your dues, and lalabas ka na. Now, bakit siya dumaan doon? Drugs siya. Unang-una, hindi naman drugs nakalagay. Footwear, hindi declare. So, itong risk management system is just a document analysis. It analyzes the document. Ngayon, pag yung dokumento mo ay tama naman ang pagkakasulat, ay hindi naman niya automatic yan i-read. Now, para mag-read siya, there are parameters established. Specifically, EMT is a new importer. So there are two parameters na pwedeng mag-read sa EMT. Pangalawa is sole proprietor. Under the existing parameters, when this EMT shipment arrived, is two, new importer and single proprietor. Ngayon, itong RMO office did not encode the data na pag dumaan siya dun sa risk management system, it can be detected by the two parameters and automatically magre-read siya. So, yun yung neglect of duty. Hindi yun nalagay, those parameters, those data.
Base sa investigation, posibleng neglect of duty lang ba itong sinabi quote or posibleng kasabwat din siya?
We will not conclude sa usapin yan. That's why I asked for an investigation of an independent body. You know, even the result of our investigation will be very truthful because it is Bureau of Customs. Nobody's going to believe in that. So what I did is to recommend I wrote a letter last week to the Secretary General of our organization, the World Customs Organization, because it is the World Customs Organization who are real expert in this. So he had already responded to me. We have exchanges of emails already. Even the head that will going to conduct the investigation, the enforcement group head of the World Customs Organization, and his team will be going here soon to investigate this system. They will study the system, not the criminal liabilities of people. They will not mess up with that, but this system, so that we can determine exactly if there was tampering and if this system is still working, everything. Now, for your question is, as far as we have seen today, there is a real neglect of duty. Aside from that, we are still looking for it.
Commissioner, yung pong parang pwede kong sagutin mo, may nabanggit ko ako hapon po sa PRC. Isa sa piniconsider mga na-share sa inyo. Pero yung bigyan nila.
Oh, mag-showbiz mga tayo. I have a very beautiful fiancé. I love her. So, on the night of that, ayaw ng mga congressman di tayo magsabi ng totoo. In the night of that 25th, of course, we're on date eh. Yeah, no, the details of that, I evoke my right to remain silent, or privacy, right to privacy na lang. So, pagka umaga, I have to move to Bulacan, and I need a lawyer who can advise me on the specifics of the law. And she's a lawyer, so please join me there, and please brief me about the specifics of the law that covers this operation, so that I know how to handle it. That's just it. That's why she advises me. The rules of evidence, and other laws that covers that operation. Just, yun lang yun. Hindi nga nakaligo nung pumunta ka mo rin. Galit na galit eh. But she was on handy kasi magkasama kami. And girlfriend ko, siyempre, masaya ako na she got absent from her routine for that day para lang samahan ako doon. That's just it. Yun. And yung issue ng mapanganib daw yung raid, hindi na po mapanganib. That is because 10 hours na yun after several teams of operatives have occupied the area. So there's no more danger. But even then, she enjoys practical shooting. She shoots well. So she can also defend herself. Yeah.
Commissioner, doon po sa mga tumatawag sa using their influences to be easy on certain shipments or yung mga hindi ng pabor, ano po yung ginagawa ko natin or do we have actions over this or we shut them off?
Simple lang kung sinasabi. Yung kadalasan, I will check if there is irregularity in the assessment done in your shipment. Pero talagang wala naman eh. So, pag tumawag uli, sasabihin ko lang, ayaw ni Presidente talaga ng korupsyon. So, hindi namin mapapigyan yung request mo kasi tama po yung assessment. Kailangan niyo pong magbayad. Kailangan niyo pong taasan yung bayad niyo. Tapos, kung mababaw yung, minsan kasi may timbang, kilos yung basihan, less than 20% yung kilo niya, siyempre, kinikilo natin yan, yung mga mabibigat, mga tires. So, in-explain natin, please correct it. So, yun yung ginagawa natin. Dati, nakakalusot yan. But under our watch, we will not allow it. So, this one, ito yung hinaharap natin dito araw-araw. 10,000 containers every day are coming into this country. And 12,000 importers. Once 12,000 importers, gusto makatipid niyan eh. Makatipid siya ng 1 million every shipment, that's still 1 million. Makatipid siya ng 10 million every shipment, that's still 10 million. That is what we are being confronted every day. Yun yung problema. And again, itong mga nasuspende natin, mga kaibigan ko na mga matatalik yan, the 800 that have been previously enjoying what they've been doing here. Every day talagang nakikita ko yan. Pwede na akong, di ba? Nawalan sila ng hanap buhay. But kasalanan nila. They repeatedly did it eh. In other countries, isang beses ka lang magpa-accredit. Permanent, yeah, lifetime. But even the smallest infraction against the law, importation law, permanent ka na rin mawawala ng accreditation. And that is what we want to implement here. I need the support of the public. And of course, the officials that has supervision over this bureau.
Sir, tanong ko lang po yung caretaker kasi sabi ng mga special information sa hearings, kung balak niyo ba siyang kausapin para formally siguro file a complaint against those in BOC personally po?
No, I will not interfere with the process of the inquiry by the Senate and the Congress. And even if there will be a body to conduct a full-blown investigation, I will not interfere because I am not an investigating individual. So let the group or the body that conducts the investigation handle him. Isa pa pala, no? There's a disagreement between the concept of operation during the delivery of this controlled delivery. Okay, let me make this very clear. All of the pronouncement of Director Wilkins Villanueva of PIDEA are true. Napagpasok niya, galit na galit ako. Tama yan. Siya rin nagsabi na, dito sa amin sa customs, ginagawa namin ang tama. Contextually, correct siya. But this is the specific term I said. Let's do this correctly as it is. Huwag natin baguhin yung katotohanan. Let's conduct this operation truthfully. who are inside that room. I called for Estrella, the head of customs, the lady lawyer of NBI, and Director Wilkins Villanueva, and told them that I want the delivery of only one cylinder na lang. Why? There are several reasons. Hindi tayo pinapatapos. Yan ang problema dyan sa inquiry sa Congress. Isang linya pa lang, puputulin ka na. So your explanation, hindi mo masasabi. There are several reasons why. First, PDEA operatives were informed 9 a.m. They arrived there past 1 o'clock. That's more than 4 hours since we informed them. Okay? That's even longer than the time we received the information from China and the time we already operated it. Because we got those crates within 3 hours when we got them, considering that gabi pa po yun. Okay, so if he arrived earlier, those procedural errors that we have committed could have been corrected earlier. And I accept yung sinasabi niya, there are several procedural errors of the Bureau. That is exactly true. The evidences were contaminated by some people because they don't have gloves. That is accurate. Some people have take pictures with those drugs. That is accurate. All his pronouncements are accurate. But there are facts that he did not mention. And my reasons for disagreeing with his concept. Okay, these are the reasons. First, I want Mr. Chen, the owner of that warehouse, to be charged. Because doon po nahuli yung under the Dangerous Act, this is their law, their own law. Anybody who helps facilitate the importation, transportation of any drugs of whatever amount and purity, the maximum punishment po niyan ay life imprisonment. So naturally, Mr. Chen, the owner of that warehouse, and the consignee, is already a suspect. And that's why I want part of the drugs to stay there as an evidence against that owner of the warehouse. Because the controlled delivery, we are conducting, hindi tayo sigurado kung mahuli pa natin si D. Because umaga pa lang, hinihintay na niya yung drugs. We keep waiting for the people that's supposed to have the mandate to do it. So magdidilim na, hindi pa nagagawa. And we disagree. They want all. Narinig niyo siya. He wanted all na dadalhin doon. I do not want every drugs na dalhin mo doon. Pag hindi namin nahuli si D, ibabalik namin yung drugs yun. That's a bigger legal problem. And then makakawala ngayon si Mr. Chen. That's why today, we still have a case against Chen. Because 500 kilos that was left there is, per the record, nahuli doon sa kanyang warehouse. Now today, lumalabas sa investigation that Chen could probably the real culprit here. That's why, those are the reasons why I wanted it divided. Hindi dadalhin lahat. So I stand by that decision, and if the situation arises today, I will still do the same decision. So yun po yung disagreement namin ni PDEA. So the PDEA are the experts. Let us recognize that. They are the experts. But this is just a disagreement on the concept. And it just common sense to me. Okay? Oh yes, dahil mga senior natin yan eh. They are our seniors. They are the experts. So it's just I understand the sentiment of Director Wilkins because he's the expert there, and a non-expert has opposed his decision, but I stand by that decision.
Any other questions? Yes.
Hindi ba napag-usapan na maglagay lang sila ng mga grupo ng PDEA dito para mas madali sa operation?
Maganda yun eh. That's why that's the purpose of our command center. For every law enforcement representative to be part of that command center. So once our office here will be fixed, in a few more months, they will now have a permanent place there. So yun yung intention. That's really the intention, to invite them to be permanently embedded, their representative, in all the activities of the Bureau. other details, I do not know if this can be discussed. So we talk about other things. I didn't get a authorization to discuss that. So I just talk about the main issues that I'm sure you're very expected to know. Again, performance pala. Hindi nila masyadong pinapansin eh. For the first 1 year, ano bang performance efficiency ng Bureau of Customs? 97.3. Ano ba ang attrition law or passing rate? 92%. So we are way, way above the attrition law. We are 97.3% average in the first 1 year. So let me make this very clear because there are some legislators who were fed wrong information. So this can be verified sa Bureau of Treasury because diretso naman din yung pera at saka sa finance. The first 1 year of President Duterte's term of revenue efficiency is 97.3. So napakataas po nun. In the entire world, find a bureau that attains 100% and go to me. Pakainin kita ng burger. Yeah. Okay? Thank you very much.
Na yung customs, ha? But Faeldon, I will stand by him. Really honest. Kaya lang, nalusatan siya because lahat dyan sa customs corrupt. My God, I hope I would not offend any particular person, but almost all, sila yung magagandang bahay, mga BIR, magagandang bahay, magagandang kotse. Aside pa yung mga direktor-direktor. Yung mga direktor ng Bureau of Lands, wala yan. Kusina lang yung mga direktor ng... I can't... Sino yung bahay na yan? Ngayon, sa Davao, sarado na. Yung... Tapos ako nakatuloy yung ito, 200 billion putang. Kaya ko kaya silang babuyin? Sabihin ko harap-harapan, putang ina kayo. Let's say kayo. Itong Marawi. Marawi, what precipitated the fight in Marawi? How did it start? Did it start by an outright rebellion? Or not? They were there, the police were there to serve a warrant. Then there was a fight. And we were thinking, alam namin na maraming armas. But ang hindi namin nakuha na underground, puro na pala. Kita mo hanggang ngayon may bala. For 3 months na tayo nag-away. Parang Vietcong, doon sa Matane. So, ako yung nag-declare ng martial law. Ako yung nagsabi doon kila General Esperon, you send the soldiers there. Ang soldier dying. Hindi naman ako guilty kasi I'm doing it for the Republic, for our country. But the problem is, di ko malunok yung... I lose every day at least 2, 3, 4 soldiers pati police. Kaya ako, I was offended. Nung tinanong si President Aquino, I'd like to repeat this all over again. Kasi totoo eh. He was asked, how do you find the fight against drugs? Sabi naman, walang nangyari. Walang nangyari. Yung the whole of 6 years mo, yung whole mo sa drugs, is just equivalent to my what's now 1 year. At saka huwag kang magsalita ng ganon. Kasi marami na akong pulis, pati sundalo na matay. Minsan ginuod akin. Kasi hindi naman gagano yan. You know, the President is the Commander-in-Chief of all armed forces. So hindi yan sila basta makagalaw kung wala kang sabihin mo na specific order na. Kasi una ito, kasi marami na akong pulis, pati sundalong namatay. gusto kong i-control ang corruption. Kayong mga abogado, how? May transaction tayo dito na malinis. Yung natalo, itong Manila dapat sunugin to, isali na ang tao dito. Dito, magnegosyo sila. They participate in biddings. Tapos, pag natalo sila, all they have to do is, hanap buhay. They go to court. Corrupt naman yung huwes. Kaya sinabi ko, bantay ko sa akin, mag-issue ng TRO. Kaya yung Marawi, walang areglo na yan. Cannot be. Sabi ko sa mga mayor, wala na silang police power ngayon, isauli ko lang yan. Kung matapos ng gera at sabihin ng police, pati military, mayor, okay na. But kung pagbalik ko niyan, kung kayo, you cannot control drugs in your city. Tanggalan kita, I might just go outright suspend you. So that's my next move. So marami na naman korte awayan. I-TRO na naman ako ng mga huwes. Kaya sabihin ko sa huwes, kaya mo? Kasi kung kaya mo, sige. Otherwise, itong mga inotel na police, kasali na. Mga mayors, you have the authority over the police. If you cannot control drugs in your city, I will just suspend you. Magbakaston ka na lang. Wala ba na kayong silbi? So I will not return the police power to you. Wala, pakialam sa inyo. Yan ang, that's the sad story. I'm just articulating a little bit what was halos emotional si Dante dyan. Kasi yung si Evangelista. This is an updated as of August 8, 2017. If this is a Bible, I will make a solemn oath na trabaho ito ng pulis na walang ano dito kalukuhan. Na nandito, so how can you stop? Ang listahan nito po region ganito rin, oh. Every page, Western, Visayas, mayor dyan na sabi niya malinis daw siya. Pero walang mahay. Sinabi ko talaga, do not do, mahay is huwag kang sisihin. So, na-late ako kasi kausap ko ang mga RAM. At kami ni Dante had a short, it's getting out of hand. Kaming kayamanan. Lalo na kami sa taga-gobyerno, itong mga pulis na to, pati sino dyan, wala kaming kayamanan. Wala akong negosyo. I started very early as a prosecutor. Now, the reason why, you would say now, how I hate criminals. Marami akong kasong bumagsak dahil lang sa pera. Marami akong bumagsak na kaso noon when I presented the evidence, supposedly drugs turned out to be tawas. Yung pinapalitan ng anti-corruption, ayoko na lang, kasi karamihan kasi nung kasama kong mga piskal, halos patay na. Ako lang ang nabuhay kasi ako siguro yung papatay pa ng iba. Trabahong ito eh. Paano ko matapos kung ganon? Nasa likod ko sabi ko, we all shout in unison, stop drugs. Hindi ko ng mga pulis ngayon, sana yung, if they are obstructing justice, you shoot them. Para makita talaga yung anong klaseng human rights. Galit ako sa inyo. Because hindi niyo tinitimpla kung anong klaseng papasukan ninyo. Basta human rights. ilang biktima na dito. Yung 5 na namatay. Ano pa, yung 1-year-old na ginulgol doon. Yung human rights na saan? He could not even utter it in public. No, look, do not do that to me. Ganito yan eh. Straight talaga. There are judges here, prosecutors, the public, maybe some of the members of the Supreme Court, Ombudsman. Ito. We all behave here. Kasi pag wala na tayong, kanya-kanya na kayo. Mahirap yan. Mahirap yan. Patayan. Please stop that nonsense. So yun ako. Hindi naman kami Pero kung yung sabi ni Dante kanina, kaya kami natagalan, I was with the relatives and widows sa 44. Of course, it is a stupid charge. Kasi isa doon mas corruption. Wala namang corruption doon eh. Well, still in the sense that you created a prejudice to somebody. Something like that. But yung usurpation of authority. You are a police now, you are there to arrest, gano'n. Gano'n yun. As Commander-in-Chief of all the armed forces, ang local official, supervision lang ang presidente. Pero sa national government structure, mga cabinet, I have the complete supervision and control. What does control mean? Control is I can change, amend, or superimpose something there na. Kaya yung kinaya ng ombudsman na usurpation of authority kasi trabaho ng pulis. Trabaho ng pulis o trabaho ng presidente yan. Akin yan. Mapatat particular job doesn't mean to say na kung ako ang mag-supervise, may inagaw ako. Wala akong inagaw. Ako yung commander-in-chief ninyo. So how can the case prosper? Maraming tayong abogado dito. How can usurpation of authority? O what? The police? I cannot usurp my own power. That is mine. The commander-in-chief of all armed forces, sunod kayong lahat. So yan sinasabi niya. Ako sinasabi ko lang kung anong ibig sabihin niya. Ang ibig sabihin ko, matagal ako dito, sige salita, mag-uwi na tayo. Magpasalamat ako for listening to my ranting also, but galit rin ako. But with God's help, kasi death certificate na yan balang araw. Maraming salamat po.
Of course, Your Honor, in the past few days, the Honorable Senator has come up with a lot of accusations already that I am at the middle of this smuggling of Cebu in the country. In my appreciation of all his pronouncements, I'm already guilty of his accusations. So it is really baseless for me to answer his questions because he has already come up with his conclusion already, Your Honor.
Well, that may not be the conclusion of everyone. Do you want me to ask you a question whether you're involved?
For all the other senators, I will answer you, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, in the first place, apparently, Mr. Faeldon can't seem to read properly what I actually said. I said that he is at the heart of the controversy. Mr. Chairman, that can be taken in any which way, but he took it to mean that he is at the center of all these smuggling activities. That's right, but that's not what I said. But anyway, speaking of baseless allegations, during the campaign, ikaw yung nagbibida-bida ng kung ano-anong allegations, accusations eh. Di ba? Now, I am asking you, as a member of this committee, as a senator of this republic, these are not accusations. Tinatanong kita, meron bang corruption sa customs o wala? Or I will be moved to cite you for contempt, Mr. Chairman. Meron bang corruption sa customs o wala?
Let me advise again, Commissioner Faeldon, there may be something between you, may pinagsamahan kayo ni Senator Trillanes, pareho kayo naging sundalo, at kung kayo may alitan, huwag niyong dalhin yung alitan dito. Ito yung pagkakataon mo na makasagot dito. Ang tanong napakasimple, kahit na sinong bata, masasabi yan, na hindi ka inaakusa direktamente. Ang sinasabi lang, may corruption ba sa customs? May corruption ba sa PIDEA? May corruption ba sa anuman lugar? Masasagot mo yun ng yes or no. Napakasimple lang. I don't want to have to cite you for contempt kapag dadarating mo lang. Sabi mo nga, I'm taking your word at face value na ikaw ay na-stress, na-hospital ka, although I can explain that in my own way, pero I will take the word of your doctor. I will not even ask you. I'm not even asking you to explain that, although it's a privilege of every senator or a chairman. So, I advise you, sabihin niyo muna yung alitan ninyo at sagutin mo yung tanong kung pwede para hindi na tayo umabot sa hindi maganda pa rito na magkocontempt pa tayo. I rarely try to not to put anybody in contempt unless nagpapakita kayo ng arrogance or contempt for the Senate. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir?
Yes, I have the highest respect to the Senate as an institution, to the chair, and to all other members of the Senate, Your Honor. I will answer all your questions, but to the Honorable Senator Trillanes, I will not answer, Your Honor.
Well, I'm afraid it's not your choice because other people can ask you questions and you'll have to answer it anyway.
Your Honor, even before my assumption of office, I've heard about the TARA system.
You've been in office for more than a year now, so hindi na pwedeng you've heard or yung previous term. I'm talking about during the past year, ano yung nalaman mo o natutunan mo about modes of corruption sa customs?
I heard about TARA system, Your Honor, and this TARA system, you and everybody else here want to stop. And that is what I'm trying to find out the truth about this TARA system and investigate and bring to justice whoever is in charge of involved in this TARA system, Your Honor.
So hindi mo alam kung paano itong TARA system? Yun ang tanong eh.
That is your word. I know the TARA system.
Paano? That's the question. Paano itong system na ito?
Actually, Mr. Taguba has already enumerated
No, I'm asking
graphically.
you. I'm asking you.
Yes, there are certain amounts allotted according to this very reliable resource person, allotted to the different offices and officials of the Bureau in exchange of uninterrupted facilitation of their trade, Your Honor.
So ngayon mo lang ito nalaman nung nagkaroon ng hearing dito nung nagsalita si Mr. Taguba. Is that what you're saying, Commissioner?
You are not listening, Your Honor.
No.
I said before my assumption, I already know this, Your Honor.
Pero tinatanong nga kita, sinabi mo na ngayon mo narinig eh, di ba? O in-explain niya. You are warned, Mr. Commissioner, alam mo, well, just to qualify earlier, ano? Wala naman tayong hidwaan prior to the campaign. You know that, I know that. Pumupunta ka rito, binabati mo ko, walang ganon. Until nagsimula yung campaign. Anyway, moving on. So alam mo na yung TARA system nung umupo ka as commissioner. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Commissioner?
Yeah, before, Your Honor, before assuming the post, I already know of this TARA system, Your Honor.
Again, I advise Captain Faeldon to address the chair.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say, yes, Mr. Chairman, before I assumed office, I knew about it already. That is what you meant. Right?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
So kung alam mo na bago ka umupo here we are, more than a year after, nangyayari pa rin. So, can you tell us bakit ganun ang sitwasyon?
The appointment of the officers in charge in the investigation was just January, December. So for the first 6 months, I was there working alone, Your Honor. I cannot, it's very impossible for me to man that more than 30 collection ports all over the country, and then at the same time conduct investigation of all this. So I would like the investigation group to be the primarily in charge in conducting investigation of these issues, Your Honor. But again, they have just assumed December and January. That's why, admittedly, Your Honor, I failed to investigate it because I have no capacity to do it alone. I was the only one appointed up to late last year. And then the people I have work with there are the people that I suspect, Your Honor, doing this tara. So how can I designate them to be the one conducting the investigation, Your Honor? See, you have said, everybody said that this tara system has been there ever since. And here comes a new commissioner who has no teammate with him for 6 months, and how can he investigate this? And that's why I've been appealing, Your Honor, to the whole world since day one. Every time I have an opportunity to speak with the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to please go to my office and tell me who are these people asking you for tara. I've been asking also all our importers, there are 12,000. And up to this date, none among them, 12,000 po sila, Your Chair, Your Honor. Nakikiusap ako, please go to my office and tell me who are these people asking for tara. And until today, the 12,000 importers have not come up with a name of any official of the Bureau that is asking for tara. Now, I would like to investigate, Your Honor, but you know, if you're alone in an environment like that, I want it, Your Honor, to investigate. I want to find out who these people are.
Okay.
But can you imagine my situation, Your Honor?
Is the commissioner ultimately responsible for the lapses happening? Sayang at di nakadalo dito si Captain Faeldon nakaraan. At ngayon nandito siya, malalaman natin. Tatalangin natin siya mamaya. Pero meron na kaming more or less a conclusion dito, hindi ko muna sasabihin dito. Alam natin na hindi nagbayad ng taxes at the very least ng sapat. Or maaaring hindi pa nagbayad ng tax whatsoever. Ang taxes ay dapat kolektahin. Our government collects money para may pagpaaral tayo ng libre. Maraming humingi ng libre paaral hanggang sa koleyo. Yan ay in-author pa ng ating katabing